So this is a player that I've wanted to talk about for so long. Mofokeng. For my country, we call him Mofokeng, but you know the English commentators, they're gonna say Mofokeng. But either way, he's 21 years of age, he's gonna turn 22 soon. And I mean, he is one of the best talents I've seen in South Africa. Now the thing is, this is a Real Madrid channel and I don't like to branch out too much and talk about other players, but I feel like I kind of have to with this one, even though I know this is not going to get that much views. And therefore I'm going to ask you, please smash like on the video because it helps me know that you enjoy the video. I know you've not watched the video yet, but it really helps with the channel and it makes YouTube know that you guys are enjoying this video. But he's a fantastic player. We've seen this now in the World Cup so far. As I said, he's 21 years of age. And would you believe me when I say this? He is worth 3 million euros. Can you believe that? South African football is so under the radar that they are not valued highly. So I think whatever club is going to pick him up, whatever European club is going to pick him up, they don't understand yet that they have to pick him up in this moment. 3 million. 3 million. Like, I mean, any club can pretty much sign him. And let me explain to you why they should sign him. So first of all, let me show you this performance against South Korea. This was a match where people expected South Korea to completely demolish South Africa. And then they started Mofokeng for the first time in this competition, which is shocking. Absolutely shocking. He's one of our poster boys. He's one of our best players in our country. Of course, he's not experienced. But it's like, why wouldn't you give this youngster a spotlight? Well, the manager finally gave him a spotlight in this match and he stole the show. He was one of the men of the matches. He was absolutely insane. Skill moves on a whole different level. Played with so much confidence, composure, great passing, skills, dribbling. Like he looked like a complete midfielder. Now the thing about him is he has elite dribbling and he has a low center of gravity. Now the thing about players who have a low center of gravity, we can look at Prime Messi. Prime Messi, he had a low center of gravity. He was difficult to get the ball off of. Still kinda is to this day. We can look at one of the better examples of who Mofokeng reminds me truly of. And that is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is a new Real Madrid player. And the comparisons between them, the similarities between them is genuinely crazy. Bernardo Silva is a very hard-working player, very skillful, light on his feet, low center of gravity, and he's difficult to get the ball off of. He's fantastic in dribbling, fantastic in skill, fantastic in passing, almost a complete midfielder. He can even put in a defensive shift. Now Mofokeng, he's quite young and he must still develop quite much. When I show you this performance against South Korea, it's extremely impressive. However, when he plays in the South African leagues like Absa Premiership, he is literally world class. Now understand, and this is kind of the question you guys are going to be asking and the statements you guys are going to be saying. Absa Premiership is not this insane league. It's a South African league, a local league, and locally our football is not outstanding. It's not outstanding and that's why he looks like Prime Messi when he plays in the league. So therefore I can't truly tell you that this is a player that if you just watch him based off this is what he's gonna bring. We don't know that for certain. We've seen Percy Tau even, he was signed by Brighton. Did he play for Brighton? I don't think I've watched him play for Brighton. But I do know maybe it wasn't exactly as good as he played when he did play in the South African leagues. But I mean, I'm showing you this of Mofokeng because this is him in his element. This is him in his flow state and this is what he could possibly bring to Europe. And this is what he is currently bringing to the world stage. So I think with proper development, this guy is going to be a dangerous and unbelievable player. Like I've seen some South Africans say he's our Lamine Yamal. They call him the president. I don't even know why they call him the president, but either way, they call him like the South African Lamine Yamal. Now, I'm not going to say that Yamal's much younger than him. He's 18. Mofokeng is turning 22. I see some similarities, but they are not the same type of player. So I know it's a fun statement, people comparing them in a funny way, but please don't take that literally. He's not Lamine Yamal. He is a different player. He's a central attacking midfielder. He can also play in the normal deep central midfield positions, but I think his truly best position is number 10. He's a perfect number 10. Like, I mean, he combines creativity with high intelligence. That is the perfect thing for a central attacking midfielder. His ball playing is a joy to watch. It is absolutely insane. And I mean, it's such a fun thing to watch. He's quick. He's unpredictable. His IQ is high. I don't see how anyone can watch him and be like, oh, this guy's not entertaining. That is impossible, in my opinion. He looks like he's enjoying his football himself. As he's playing, he looks like he's having fun. That is insane how he can play like he's having fun and still take the game seriously and still do the right moves to make the team win. And I truly hope a big club signs him. I hope Barcelona looks into him because he's cheap. I hope Chelsea, okay, not Chelsea. Chelsea have too many stars. Maybe Brighton. We know Brighton is a team that develops players quite well. I would love for him to go to either Barcelona or a Brighton. Now I know some of you guys are gonna be like, Brighton? Why Brighton? And that is why I say, because he can develop quite well. He can become a star for Brighton. If he goes to a team that is too big, his talent will get kind of overshadowed because we don't know what things go into why managers play certain players and why they don't play certain players. But what I'll say is, I want him to develop, put him in a smaller club that is still in a bigger league. I hope Brighton signs him. Now outside of the pitch, for those of you guys who don't know him, I'm not someone that's gonna say I know him personally, but what I've seen from him in interviews and post-match interviews, he looks quite humble. And the thing I like about players are humility. I like when a player, even though he played insane in the match, goes on to say, my teammates were also good. He gives more credit to his teammates than himself, even though he was a main player in this team. Honestly, I don't really like egotistical players. Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime was egotistical, but he backed it up, so that's why I love Ronaldo. But I don't like arrogance in youngsters. But as I can see, he looks respectful and he looks like a player with great mentality. I mean, he just showed up in a World Cup match first start and made South Africa look like a whole different team. We went from being one of the worst World Cup teams to being low-key a dog horse. Now, I don't know the fate of our national team because we're gonna play later in this very day, and the time that you probably watching this video, the match is probably over again. And maybe South Africa's out or maybe they're still in. But the main point is Europe has to look at this player. And that's just my point. But now moving on from Mofokeng, let's talk about some Real Madrid players. So Vinny Jr., 3 man of the match performances in 3 matches. Ballon d'Or, Vinny Jr. is a real possibility. And I know I've spoken some bad things about Vinny in the past, but I'm honestly very proud of how he's playing for Brazil. People always used to criticize him and say, he's not good for Brazil. He's a ghost when he plays for Brazil. And now you're seeing he is one of their, and if not, he is the best player and he's carrying Brazil. I'd love to see him win the World Cup. And finally, win his Ballon d'Or, which he has deserved in 2024. And then another player that's also playing fantastic is Kylian Mbappe. I mean, this guy is playing insanely. I won't lie to you, when I do watch the matches and I watch France, the guy gets a bit selfish and he does kick the ball into the skies. I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't look like he's changed much since the last time we spoke about him. I've criticized him a lot of times, but it looks like he has not improved much defensively and still very selfish. Then we go on to Jude Bellingham. I mean, this guy is scoring. He's playing much more advanced. He's playing in the central attacking midfield and he scored 2 goals so far. He's put on, I think, 2 man of the matches now so far. Real Madrid are truly showing out on the world stage. I mean, Arda just left the World Cup now. He played also good. I watched his match against USA. He scored in that match. Further on, put on a fantastic display. He was carrying Turkey throughout this entire competition. I can't wait for him to return to Real Madrid plan de Jose. It's gonna be very interesting. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And also, if you want to see more videos on players that are not from Real Madrid, tell me in the comment section. I truly appreciate it if you guys tell me. Smash like on the video because it helps out the channel. It helps out me personally. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Peace out.